And for me, it's the wilderness experience. Bears, wolves, and even scarier, not a hairdryer in sight. Here's how I survived.
Something tells me Scottish Passport think I'm a bit of an outdoor type. Over the past few months, they've sent me sailing off a small Croatian island, snowboarding in Midlothian of all places, and surfing in Biarritz. And okay, I admit it, I've loved every minute of it. But this time, they've gone too far. So, after a 7-hour flight from Glasgow to Toronto and a mere 300-kilometre drive, I'm in the northwestern corner of Algonquin Provincial Park, an area about the same size as Wales.
This is it, the end of the road. This place is so remote, it's not even on the map. Oh, cha. Now, I think if there was a signpost, it would probably say, the wilderness starts here. Cheers, Tom. Bye.
Even if I wanted to turn back, there was no indication of where the nearest point of civilization might be. There was nothing for it but to place my trust in Trent Wilkie, my guide for the next few days, and head out deeper into the wilderness.
Most of the park is accessible, but only by foot or canoe. There are more than 2,000 kilometres of canoe routes. And how much have we done?
About 500 meters?
Oh, can we call it a day?
No, we still got a lot more to go.
I thought it was time for a beer.
No. We're not allowed to have beer.
Once Trent is content that our only company will be bears, wolves and other creatures that might see us as a midnight feast, we set up camp for the night.
Ah, perfect. How civilised. Just what we need to take our mind off the bears.
You betcha.
Cheers.
Before a night sleeping under the stars, we cooked a fantastic meal. Or should I say, Trent cooked a fantastic meal, and I acted as culinary consultant. I taught that man everything he knows. Fortunately, he learned quickly, as all that fresh air was giving me an appetite.
Morning. I might not look like it, but I have had quite a good night's sleep. The accommodation wasn't en suite, but hey, the location couldn't have been better. Oh hey, who needs a nice hot shower in the morning when you've got a big bath all to yourself? Woo!
Algonquin Park is great for wilderness hiking, and having a guide means you can explore unmarked trails that you might otherwise miss. Trent was very knowledgeable about the area, and when I began to think I would much prefer the great indoors, he kept me going onwards and upwards.
Incredibly mountainous. This is one of the highest points.
Yeah, this is one of the higher points here. It doesn't get much higher than this. The skiing areas around here are basically this height. You don't get much bigger than this at all. But this is actually one of the best vistas in and around this area.
And in winter, completely covered in snow.
Completely covered in snow, but barren. It's very grey, very white, but still very, very gorgeous.
Very like Scotland, actually.
Yeah.
In many ways.
Yeah.
Now, having tested my mettle against the rough, I've decided I'm now going to experience the smoother side of the Canadian wilderness.
variety of packages on offer, so if the very thought of sleeping in a tent brings you out in a rash, you can always choose to use the beautiful hand-built Algonquin log cabin as a base camp. It may have no electricity and no telephone, but it does have indoor plumbing, running water, and your guide will still cook your meals. Now, that's what I call a compromise. No electricity, of course, means no television. So when you've canoed and hiked more than is healthy for one person in one day, you can swap adventure tales with your fellow guests or relax with a good book until bedtime.